today I'm going to show you how I make my homemade refried beans in my Instant Pot. They are so quick and easy and they taste amazing. So much better than out of the can. And then tonight we're going to be making tostadas for Cinco de Mayo. So the first thing that I do is I take a 2-pound bag of dried pinto beans. Any brand is fine. You can do less than 2 pounds or you can do more than 2 pounds, just depending on your one pot. We love to eat these beans, and so we definitely want leftovers, and that's why I make 2 pounds, even though we're just a family of 5. So next I am just going to rinse them off to make sure that there are no rocks in here. It's kind of strange that rocks end up in your beans, but it's best to just rinse them off. When they're rinsed, I pour them into a big bowl. And I cover them with water by a couple of inches because these beans are going to soak up the water. So you don't want to leave it overnight with not enough water in there. You want to make sure that you have several inches above the beans. And then they're just going to sit on the counter overnight. So pretty easy. Okay, so it's the next day and you can see that these beans have plumped right up. They've soaked up a lot of this water. And we are just going to rinse them again before putting them into the one pot to get started cooking. You can see all the water that's coming out is brown from the beans. So we put the beans in the Instant Pot and we are just going to fill it up with water so that there's a couple inches above the beans because they're going to continue to soak up this liquid while they cook. Okay, so there's so many different options of what you can add in with your beans while they are cooking. A lot of people like to put in jalapenos or green chilies or just different seasonings. I've tried a lot of different things, and one of our favorites that we really like is just some seasoned salt. So I'm just going to pour some of that in here. I just eyeball it. Garlic, onion, any of those seasonings are great in here. Some people chop up an entire onion and cook it. I used to do that, but I've just gotten lazy, and this is so easy and they're so good without it. So now I'm just going to put it into my Instant Pot. Okay, so what I do is I hit bean chili because that gets us up to 30 minutes. And then I always add a little bit more time. Okay, so now we're just going to let them cook and get all soft and delicious and ready to blend. Okay, so now that my beans are all done cooking, I let them come down to pressure and they're just sitting here ready to go. They have lots of bean juice on them, and as you are putting them into your blender, you want to make sure that you have enough bean juice that they will blend up and get really nice, the right consistency. If you don't have enough juice in there, enough of the liquid, then they won't blend quite right. So it's just kind of an eyeball thing. You just figure it out. I just put a couple scoops in with a ladle and allow what liquid comes with it as I'm going in. And then you're going to want to add some type of fattening to it, some type of fat. I know that a lot of traditional refried beans have lard in them. What I choose to do is butter. I've even made them with olive oil before. My oldest daughter, she's not allowed to have butter. And so when we make them for her, we do just olive oil to give it that creaminess factor. Butter is actually my favorite. It tastes amazing. So I'm just going to start putting some in with a couple pats of butter in each one and blend them up. Okay, can you see how nice and creamy they look? Awesome. So round 2. So this is 2 pounds of dried pinto beans turned into the best homemade refried beans ever. We love them. They're so good. We love to use them for bean burritos or nachos. We love to make homemade tostadas, which is what we're making tonight. Anything that you typically use refried beans for, these are fantastic for. So go ahead and give them a try. They're one of those things that homemade is so much better than the canned. So they're worth a shot and they're super easy. Good luck. Happy Cinco de Mayo.